In late February 2018, the current MP for Sutton and Cheam, Paul Scully, put out a pamphlet designed in the style of a newspaper. These were delivered to letterboxes all over the constituency. Paul Scully has frequently mentioned conversations he has been having with the chief exec.
Does he work with the chief exec of the
Epsom and St Helier Hospitals Trust, Daniel Elkelis. A photograph of Mr Scully apparently volunteering at St Helier Hospital has also been published. Given his claims of close contact with the trust, how can he be so seriously misinformed about the chief executive's plans and activities? The details of these plans are available in these documents, all published by the trust. Let's take a closer look at the headline on the front page of Mr Scully's pamphlet. It says, "One step closer to a new hospital in Sutton." This is simply not true. There is no proposal in any of the trust documents for the building of a new hospital anywhere. Each of the three options proposed by the trust consist of the reduction of the number of sites which provide acute services from the two which we currently have at Epsom Hospital and St Helier Hospital, and instead would provide only one acute site. As page 39 of the Strategic Outline Case document makes perfectly clear. This is completely in line with the South West London STP, or Sustainability and Transformation Plan. Now, let's look at the subheading of Mr Scully's pamphlet. It says, "Results of public consultation show 80% support for NHS Trust's plan to deliver a new hospital for Sutton." This is not true in so many ways. The Trust plans have not been the subject of any public consultation. What the Trust conducted was an engagement. An engagement is a process which does not comply with the legal requirements for the conduct of a public consultation. The fact that the Trust's engagement was not a formal public consultation is made absolutely clear on page 2 of its involvement document. The subheading goes on to claim 80% support for the Trust's plans. Since no public consultation has taken place, any claims about what the supposed results of the non-existent consultation might be cannot be true. This entire statement cannot be true. But let's see what they might be referring to. On the 10th of November 2017, when the Epsom and St Helier Trust finished their engagement exercise, they published a document called Your Views. Page 3 of this document summarises the engagement exercise, boasting that they met with over 2,000 people at local meetings, in addition to over 2,500 staff. It then goes on to say that they received 1,059 completed questionnaires. It doesn't make it clear that these questionnaires were completely anonymous, nor does it explain that the questions were confusing and loaded. Page 12 of the same document claims that 25,000 people actively took part in their engagement exercise. The very same page also says that only 441 people signed a form to support their proposal. 441 represents only 1.764% of the 25,000 people the Trust themselves claim actively took part in their engagement. 79.8% of 1,059 unsigned, anonymous questionnaires represents only 845 people. Even this only amounts to 3.38% of the 25,000 people which the Trust themselves claim actively took part in their engagement. The Trust's engagement publications and presentations did not tell anything like the whole truth. Only 441 people actually signed to indicate support for the Trust plan as it was deceptively presented to them. 441 people does not represent an overwhelming proportion of over 500,000 people who rely on the Trust. Agreeing that the Trust have made the case that providing services for their sickest patients at a new specialist acute facility is not the same as supporting a plan to deliver a new hospital because a new hospital has not been offered. As we've already mentioned, the Trust plans do not propose a new hospital. At best, the Trust are proposing to build a new acute facility, which is not a hospital. Don't take our word for it. Take a look in these documents which the Trust published in support of their engagement. Remember, not a consultation. See if you can find any mention of a new hospital being proposed. And let's look at the final statement in this subtitle. For Sutton. The proposals from the Trust make absolutely no guarantees about where any new facility, remember, not hospital, would be located. Instead, they list 3 possible locations for the suggested new facility. Remember, facility, not hospital. These are on the St Helier Hospital site, on the Epsom Hospital site, or adjacent to the Royal Marsden on what's left of the former Sutton Hospital site. Despite Mr Scully's repeated statements that he thinks a new acute facility, not a hospital, should be built at the Marsden site, this is in no way guaranteed by anything which the Trust asks people to agree with. Whether by accident or by design, this part of this pamphlet will seriously mislead the public. A public who will probably one day need the services of their local acute hospital, and it's worth pointing out the elephant in the room. Nowhere in this document does it explain or even mention that if this plan were to go ahead, we would lose the acute services from one or both of our nearest acute hospitals. St Helier Hospital and or Epsom Hospital would cease to be acute hospitals. They would no longer have A&E, maternity, children's, emergency surgery, intensive care, coronary care or cancer care services. And if a new acute facility, not hospital, were ever to be built, it would contain fewer beds than are currently available at Epsom and St Helier, and the journey for most people in the area would be longer. So, Mr Scully, we look forward to your apology and correction to all the people that this misleading document has been delivered to. A new hospital is not on offer in this plan. Instead, this plan offers the loss of one or both of our existing acute hospitals. We need more hospitals, not fewer. If, like us, you think we need to retain the 2 general acute hospitals we already have, you might like to sign our petition at koshh.org/petition. Let's keep our local acute hospital services. Your life may literally depend upon it. Thanks for watching, and please share this video to let more people know about it.